Hey Mount Hood territory, how's it going on a beautiful sunny summer day? It is a gorgeous day, and then it is a perfect day for trying some hard cider. And that's where we're at today at the newly opened 12 Bridge Ciderworks in Oregon City. We're right here, right behind little Cooperstown. And it is an awesome facility that has been the dream of Jeff here, the owner, for quite some time. I remember I ran into you last year talking about opening up this facility. Finally got to make it come true. Yep. You've done an awesome job. This place is gorgeous.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but we're happy to be open.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a great journey for you, and I really like what you've done with the place because you had a vision. You love when somebody has a vision and you can see that it comes true, because this has got some really cool decor here. You know, we'll get to the cider in a little bit because I'm really chomping at the bit for that. But you've got this really great kind of this comfortable urban feel that is kind of a popular design right now, but you've made it your own and really made this place just feel really welcoming and inviting. You've really nailed it with that.
Yeah, that was the goal, so I'm glad to get that vibe.
And one of the really cool things, Molly, check this out, is you look on here, I mean, you've got this bar here, you've got seating area, you've got a dartboard from what you're being told, like the only place to play darts in Oregon City. But then right behind, you can actually see the inner workings of 12 Bridge Ciderworks. So you can, I mean, people like to know where their food and their drink is coming from. Well, it's coming from like 10 feet away from where you're actually drinking it. It's a nice short journey.
Yep, yeah, exactly. And that was the goal, to let everybody feel like they can be part of the production process, or at least watch what's going on. I just have to make sure I don't fall.
Yeah, yeah. That, it makes good YouTube stuff. So
right, yeah,
we can make it go viral that way.
Yeah.
So what was your whole vision, your whole idea behind creating these ciders? What's your inspiration? Kind of what direction were you going?
Well, I've been drinking cider for about 5 years. I started making it about 3 years ago, just as a hobby, and then about a little over a year ago, I decided, I started taking it a little bit seriously and thinking about making it a business. I think part of that might have been because my home operation was at risk of being shut down by my wife, so I figured I'd better go pro in order to keep it going. But no, I've always been somebody I have a day job, and I always like doing things in whether it's youth sports or whatever. My kids are older, so I decided I needed a hobby and something to do, and I love just the process of making cider. Love sharing it with everybody, my friends and whatnot. So I just started making it, and it got better and better. And I felt like I wanted to open this. I love, going to pubs and breweries and just kind of seeing, feeling the vibe in those. It's always a great place, no matter which one you go to. So kind of all that combined led me to here. So.
What type of ciders do you enjoy making? What's your inspiration behind what you currently have on tap?
So I kind of like more on the semi-dry side. Most of my ciders are somewhere in the semi-dry to medium category in terms of sweetness. I've got a base apple that I make, and also some other with additional fruits, and that's kind of what I'm focused on now. Although I do have a what's called Morrison Double Hop that's coming along in about a week and a half, and that's just a dry hopped apple cider, unfiltered. So I'm starting to get it and branch out a little bit.
Now you guys will see we've got 3 ciders here that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But if you look behind me, you'll notice we've got 3 taps. We've got a whole lot more taps after that. And each one of these is actually hooked into something. And this is something we've talked about in some of our other live videos, is that the wonderful just way that these businesses work, the craft brewers, the cideries, even the wineries, is they're not in competition with each other. You guys work together. And you're really highlighting a lot of other Mount Hood territory breweries and even another cidery. So I mean, you guys as a community really come together and promote each other.
Yeah, and that's really what sold me on the whole idea. Last year I took a class through Oregon State, met 5 or 6 of these cidery owners, or kind of key people in different cideries around the area, and I came home like floored how much information they shared and how fun of an environment it seemed to be. And so I went home and I told my wife we were doing it. So yeah, it's great.
So I mean, talking about some of the other things that we have on tap before we try yours.
Okay, sure.
I like to save the best for last, but yeah. So I mean, we've got a really great diverse array of beer and cider from other local breweries.
Yeah. So the idea from the customer standpoint is to provide a lot of different options, so people can come in and try some of their favorite brands, some different flavors and whatnot. We've got 18 taps, and our model is we're always going to have 12 ciders, and we're always going to have 6 beers. because we want to make sure that we're providing good options for not only cider drinkers but also the beer friends they bring along. So, so six beer taps is enough to provide some real quality craft beers of kind of the region and local area. And then, you know, right now we have three ciders on the list of 12, and then we've got 9 other ones from different craft ciders around the area. So, you know, and we're trying to support everybody and represent a lot of them because they all make great cider, and the customers seem to love it. You know, we've got a lot of beer drinkers that have come in here and kind of had to shock themselves that they actually like the cider they're trying. So that's always fun to watch.
I mean, if you're a fan of Mount Hood Territory ciders and breweries, you'll recognize a lot of these names. Portland Cider Company's up there. If you watch our videos, you've seen us there. Feckin, Bench Shovel, Shattered Oak, all Oregon City-based breweries located right here. I know you've done some stuff actually with OC Brewing as well, Coin Toss.
Coin Toss, yeah.
So a lot of local breweries and so forth are all can be found here. Again, showing that philosophy of cooperation that really I think kind of exemplifies just what's awesome about being here in Mount Hood Territory. But I'm biased. So.
Yes, so am I.
Well, let's talk about what we've got here to sample today, because we've got 3 that are currently on tap from you. Where should we start?
I would start with the apple. You know, so the apple is made with English ale yeast.
Okay.
And
that's this one, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay.
And it's #1 on the list, and it's one I've been making for several years. And
oh wow, that's good. That's like really refreshing.
Yeah. So I love the ale yeast in it because I feel like it kind of really rounds out the flavor nicely and creates a great flavor profile for it.
You know, that's one of those things that, especially on a summer day, you got out mowing the lawn or something, or just got done having a warm day. You sit there on the deck or whatever, overlooking, and have something that is nice and refreshing. It doesn't feel you leaving like, oh my God, I'm even more thirsty now. This is something you can enjoy, and it feels like it kind of lifts you back up.
Yeah, and you don't have that loaded, full feeling. At least I don't.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
That is really good. All right, what do we got? Our next one.
So the #2 is the Broadway Cran Palm. Okay. And all of these ciders are made with fresh juice and all natural ingredients. But the Broadway Cran Palm, I've been making that one. Actually, all 3 I've been making for several years. That one probably is my favorite, and it's kind of a semi-dry cider, but the cranberry provides some tartness and the pomegranate provides a sweetness, and it just has a great balance.
Wow. Okay, I'm a lover. I mean, I love apple cider, but I also, for people who don't know me, I'm really big into pomegranate stuff from prior stuff, and they all come together in a way that is really complementary.
Yeah.
And as you said, they kind of just balance each other out and create this whole well-rounded drink. That is too bad you guys can't taste that. See, you're going to have to come here to taste that, because that is fantastic. Yeah. That is really good. Love that. So what are we rounding things off with?
All right, so the Steel Black Cherry is the last one. And, I personally have never been a cherry fan, cherry pie, cherry things like that. But
don't like cherry pie?
But that's, I know.
Wow. All right, I have to leave now. I'm just out.
But that's one I've been making for 3 years as well, and I even was going to stop making it at some point, and all my friends were like, "No, please keep making it." So
by popular demand, you're doing something right when all your friends are like, "Dude, just keep it going."
Granted, it was free at the time for them, so maybe that drove some of the demand. But yeah, that's a dark sweet cherry juice that's added to the apple base and fermented together, and it's got a great flavor to it.
Well, I have no idea which one's my favorite. We're gonna put them back in here so they look nice and pretty for the camera, but. I'll have to, after we're done shooting, I'm going to have to just keep trying to figure out what my favorite is, because each one is, I mean, they all stand on their own, but God, those are really good.
Yeah, I kind of bounce back and forth. Some days I'll just go with the apple, some days I go with the cranberry pomegranate, and sometimes I do just go with the black cherry. So.
Well, for starting out as a hobby a few years ago, I think it's come along quite well.
Yeah, the first batch was actually pretty bad.
I gotta love that honesty, right?
But that didn't stop me. I just kept going, and eventually, it got better and better. So here we are. So
now, one of the cool things is we were talking about before we started is if you're having either you're just sampling or if you're coming here to watch a Blazers game on you don't even need to watch it in real life. This TV is they'll be bigger than real life, so that's awesome for watching the Blazers game or something. But if you're here, you may want something to eat. Now, you guys don't serve food here, but you're surrounded by some restaurants that you've got a nice little agreement with where you can still get some food delivered here.
Yeah, so we have, right in our parking lot, we've got 3 great restaurants. A Chinese restaurant, a Thai place, and Cooperstown, which has a whole variety in and of itself. So we've got menus of all 3 places, and they all deliver up here. You just make a call on your phone, or we have to use our house phone, and you can, within 10, 20 minutes, you'll have your food up here, and you can dig in.
Again, I love that cooperative spirit with all the businesses around here. Everybody's just working together.
Yeah.
And speaking of Cooperstown, you can actually go to some of the Cooperstowns in the area and get your cider as well.
Right, yeah, so West Lynn, Oregon City, and the plans are to move them out to their other locations, and then we're starting to get our distribution going in several other restaurants as well.
So yeah, let's talk about that real quick, because I mean, obviously we want people to come check this out down here in Oregon City, but if they're out and about, they may run into you at some other places as well, correct?
Yeah, so the new Shilling Cider Bar downtown, in downtown Southeast,
okay.
We're on there. The Iron Tap in Beaverton has a couple of our ciders down over there. Vanguard Brewing in Wilsonville, just
great spot.
Our kegs. So Hawaiian place right off Foster to Hui.
Okay.
Has our kegs as well. So yeah, we're starting to get things moving out there. So it's kind of fun to see.
All right, how do people find you, both here in person and online?
Well, so 12bridgeciderworks.com. We're on Twitter at 12bridgecider, on Instagram at 12bridgecider, and Facebook 12bridgecider. So
social,
common
I love
theme.
it.
So, and we try to make sure we update all that as much as possible on our tap list. We keep live and updated on our website and on Twitter. And we're also on Untapped as well.
Okay.
With the full menu.
So you guys only open up in June, and I mean, things are already moving along pretty quick. You've got 3 here. Let's give a little teaser. You've got another cider coming out pretty soon, I think that you said. It's going to give you a little tease.
So we've got two new ciders coming out, actually. One I mentioned earlier is the Morrison Double Hop, which is a unfiltered apple that's dry hopped with 2 different types of hops. And then we've got a strawberry pineapple batch, which is our first and our summer seasonal for this summer. So, and that should be out in about a week or 2.
Well, we know Molly will be back for that one because she's really anxious about the strawberry one.
Yeah, everybody's really excited about it. Who we mentioned it, and I've been tasting it along the way, and I've got high hopes. So should be good. Should be either one.
Okay, going for the pun. I got to have one in every broadcast.
Yeah.
Folks, you got to check this out. I love the culture we have here in Mount Hood territory because we have all these people creating these businesses, really driving forward the craft beer, the craft cider, the winery businesses. We're really on that cutting edge. And Jeff here is another example of that, as we're seeing so many people bring together that maker spirit in Mount Hood territory and come up with some awesome stuff. Trust me, you know what? Don't trust me. Come try it for yourself. Come to 12 Bridge Cider Works in Oregon City, behind Cooperstown, right off of Malala Boulevard. You can't miss it. You don't want to miss it. It's an awesome place to try some new ciders and really a new variety of stuff that I think kind of brings some new flavors to the market. So, killing it. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Love seeing this success.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on Mount Hood Territory Live. We'll be live next week, same time, Wednesdays at noon. Molly, where are we? Because I don't remember.
Out in the garden nursery.
Out in the garden nursery. That's right. We're going to go see some of this cool stuff they've got growing there. It is a beautiful place, a lot of fun with some fun animals as well. So we're going to have fun there next week at Out in the Garden Nursery. Thanks for joining us at 12 Bridge Cider Works. We hope to see you here soon and see you next time on Mount Hood Territory Live. See you next week.
Thank you.